Hi there, I'm Dr. Rolanda Fabian, wife, mom, educator, veteran, wellness enthusiast, and I'm also the proud founder of Bright Idea Consulting. I'm passionate about helping you thrive, prioritizing your well-being, achieving your breakthroughs, and unlocking your personal potential. Here, we dive into practical tips, inspiring conversations, and transformative strategies to help you navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. Whether you're looking to strengthen your relationships, practice better self-care, or find balance amidst the chaos, you are in the right place. So if you're ready to grow and create the life you always dreamed about, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Now let's dive into today's episode and start building your brighter tomorrow today.
Hey there, family. It's Dr. Rolanda Fabian, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Dr. Rolanda's Bright Ideas. I'm so glad to have you here with us today. Many of you know that there are times of the year where we celebrate women. There's National History Month, there's National Day of Your Daughter, there's National Day of the Girl, and so all of these are indications that somebody got the memo. Women play a pretty significant and important role in our lives. But I want to talk about the contributions of women in a little bit of a different way. It is a global reminder to have all these holidays or opportunities to celebrate women and girls. But we have to be honest. For many of us, women particularly, especially women of color, our gender and our girlhood was not celebrated. It was rushed. We were told that we have to grow up early, and we were growing up early because we were taking care of siblings. Our parents were at work, so we were left in charge often, even if we weren't the oldest. We had to work harder to get an equal opportunity, and we could never be a burden. So by the age of 12 or 13, some of us were already carrying responsibilities that were way beyond our years. So when I see things like Day of the Girl or National Daughter's Day or Women's History Month, I don't just think about the young girls who are now. I think about the little girl who is inside each and every one of us who never got a chance to rest, who didn't get a chance to play, and who wasn't allowed or given the space to dream without limits. Let's talk a little bit today about the history that we inherited and how we can change things going forward for our daughters in the future. So this didn't just come out of nowhere. I mean, historically, women of color have been positioned as the caretakers, the workers, and the strong ones. It was necessary for us to be that because our survival demanded it. Our mothers and our grandmothers had to keep the families together, had to keep the families afloat, and often they had to do it without the resources and support that should come along with that. I think about the strong Black woman and that narrative, that myth that is always pushed on us. And on the surface, it does sound like a compliment. I mean, who wouldn't want to have or be known as someone who has lots of strength and resilience and endurance? But that's also a type of trap, because if you're always the strong one, when do you get a chance to just be human in all of your greatness, but all of your flaws as well? When do you get a chance to cry or to just rest? Who do you call when it is the time for you to have help? And this is why holidays like Day of the Girl or National Women's History Month, they matter. Because if we don't heal, what we'll do is pass down that same weight to our daughters, to our nieces, to our mentees, and then the next generation of girls won't get what they deserve. And you know, I know that they deserve better. So, just last month, I was working with a woman. We can call her Monica. Monica is brilliant. She's successful. She's the kind of woman that every woman calls on when they need an answer, when they need to get things done, or whenever anything goes wrong. And she said, Dr. Rolanda, I realized that I somehow became the woman that I needed when I was a girl. But the cost is I don't know how to stop. How many of us have felt like that? That somewhere along the way, we turned into the superhero. But nobody taught us how to take the cape off and to take care of ourselves. And listen, even in scripture, we see this. Think about Martha and Mary. Remember that story? Remember how busy Martha was? She was serving, she was carrying out the expectations, she was stressed out about what had to be done. And then in contrast, you have Mary. Mary sat at Jesus' feet, resting and receiving. And Jesus wasn't rebuking the service. Martha was doing a good thing, but he did remind Martha that your worth isn't your labor. What you need most is to be whole. And that message still resonates today. It matters. And sometimes you've just got to take a beat, slow things down, take time and make time for yourself.
Hey there, sorry to interrupt, but I just want to know if you're enjoying the show so far. If you are, this is the perfect time to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on the practical tips and inspiring conversations and our proven strategies where we're showing you how to prioritize yourself, strengthen your relationships, and thrive in every area of your life. Did you know that most of our listeners say these episodes have given them the clarity and tools that they needed to start making real changes? So don't miss out. Subscribe now and stay connected to the community that's all about helping you grow and glow. All right, now let's get back to the show.
The expectation, like these endures because society rewards us for overfunctioning. That's why they're still around. Promotions at work or praise at church or family leaning on us because they know that we'll always say yes. This is why, these endure. This is why these beliefs endure. But hope you realize that applause doesn't heal exhaustion. And what we don't heal, we end up passing down. The toll, my sister, it is heavy. I've seen women develop health issues. I mean, literal physical health issues. They have strained relationships, tore up marriages, children who don't respect them or who resent them, or mothers who aren't present in their lives. They're physically and emotionally absent because they're just all over the place. And guess who's watching? It's the next generation of us. What do they learn? They learn to be valuable. I have to be tired in order to be valued. And that cycle just continues. And that's not what we want to show our girls. We need to figure out ways to break that cycle. How do we honor the girls that are in our lives and change the narrative for them? Because they shouldn't equate their exhaustion with their value. Pause before you say yes. Every time somebody asks you for something that isn't life-giving, but it feels more life-draining, pause. Don't immediately just say yes. Model your boundaries for your daughters, for your nieces, for your mentees, because they are watching, and they're watching how you manage your time, what you say is your value. Teach them that Setting boundaries and saying no is also holy. Speak words to them. Tell these girls, these young women in your life that they are already enough. They were born enough. You don't have to earn love through labor and exhaustion. Because listen, freedom isn't just for us. It's also for the generation that's coming behind us. I am a mother. I have a daughter. And I don't want my daughter believing that the only way she's valuable is what she can do for everybody else. There is a gift in service, but you have to serve and take care of yourself to really serve everybody else. Times like this remind me, legacy is not about what we leave behind. It's about what we choose to carry today and to carry forward. This is why programs like 𝐼𝐻 are so important for women. Women like us, we can finally put down this invisible backpack of expectations and create new rhythms of freedom, of joy, and wholeness on our own terms in a way that doesn't deplete us, but it builds us up so that we can build others up. When you do that, you don't just heal yourself, you actually are healing the next generation, and then the next generation, and generations on. Pay it forward. Start now. So if you've been carrying too much and you've been doing this for too long, I want to invite you to book a breakthrough call. Time to break through your burnout. All you have to do is click the link to set up your appointment and start to make that shift for you and for the girls who will one day be in your shoes and be saying thank you to you for showing them a different way. I hope I've said something in this episode that has touched your heart and resonated with you. I hope you will take me up on my offer to have a breakthrough burnout call by clicking that link. And I hope that as you go forward, you will start enforcing those boundaries, taking care of yourself, and prioritizing your well-being, because that's what's going to make you able to really care for the other people in your life and do the other things you need to do properly. It's your life. You deserve to enjoy it, and you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to have peace. You're worth all of this just by being. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Be blessed, my sister.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show and found something inspiring to take with you on your wellness journey. If you're ready to dive deeper and kickstart your journey into well-being, visit mvp.brightideaco.com/free flourish. Take our free training to get you started. And don't forget to check out our store at 𝐵rightIdeaCo.store, where you'll find a curated list of tools and resources to support your personal growth in your journey. You'll find the links to these in the description and the show notes below. But before you go, be sure to hit subscribe and also tap that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we release new episodes. Well, I can't wait to see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself and keep shining bright.